right, beautiful 8th grade math people. I'm going to do a quick little clip on using this TI calculator to put data in, make a line, and then how to take a screenshot of it and submit it in Google Classroom. So we're going to turn the calculator on by hitting this bottom left button. And if your calculator was already on, I suggest you clear your memory, and that is second plus 712. If you just turn the calculator on, it automatically clears the memory. I'll do it again because it didn't quite get it. I was a little bit too fast. Second plus 712. So that's what it'll look like when your memory is cleared. But again, if you're just using the online calculator, it automatically clears. All right, we're going to put in some data. So to put in the data, we're going to go to Stat, Enter. So we're putting in data, and I'm going to put in some bridge breaking data. So we're going to put the numbers 1 through 7 in the x values. And then over in the y, when the person broke the thickness of 1, it took them 9 pennies to break. And then when they broke a thickness of 2, it took 14 pennies. A thickness of 3 took 23 pennies. A thickness of 4 took 42 pennies. A thickness of 5 took 45 pennies. A thickness of 6 took 47 pennies. And a thickness of 7 took 68 pennies. All right, now in order to see that data, we need to turn a statistical plot on. So if you go to second, y equals, then this plot we can turn on by hitting enter twice. And then I'm going to just make sure selected is just the scatter plot. My data's in list 1 and list 2. And I kind of like the smaller dots, so I'm going to arrow down and arrow over and hit enter on the dot that I want. You can put any dot that you want. Okay, if you hit graph, you're not going to see anything yet because the window for a basic graphing calculator is set from -10 to 10 in both x and y. But our data, the x from -10 to 10 is fine because we go from 1 to 7. Let's actually just make that from 0 to 10, and then we'll just see the first quadrant of the graph. But the y data went from 9 to 68. So I'm going to arrow down, and for the y minimum, I'm going to put 0. And since the y maximum was 68, I'm going to put a number above 68, so I'll put 70. Now, the scale is what that counts by. And usually you want about 10 and 20 counts in a graphing calculator. So if we counted by 5s, that would be between 10 and 20 counters in the graphing calculator. So now this resolution I've actually never changed. So if you hit graph, you will see this scatter plot. Now in the graphing calculator, you can actually get a best fit line equation. So we're going to go to Stat, arrow over to Calculate, and number 4 should say linear regression, a plus bx. It's going to give us a line where a is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So I'm going to hit number 4, or you can arrow down and hit enter. And I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom, keep hitting enter until Calculate gives me a number. I'm going to write these numbers down. So this is telling me that the a, the slope, is 9.46, and that the b is -2.428. So now if you go to y equals, you're going to be able to type that in the calculator. So 9.46 x, which is right here. I'm going to put minus. It's really important you put the minus and not the negative sign. If you put the negative, it would mean you're multiplying by a negative number. So minus 2.4, I'm going to put 3 because it was 2.8. Now when you graph this, that line is your best fit line from the calculator, so that should be the line where the points are the closest to it. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to take a picture of this with your screen. So down here at the bottom, directly to the left of your time, is this thing called Windows Ink Workspace. If you open that up and you click Full Screen Snip, then on your computer, there's like a bunch of choices over here to the left, and you're going to select Snip and Sketch. So snip and sketch, it's like in the middle. And then you're going to come up here and select this box that says image crop, and you're going to drag to whatever you want that picture to be of. So we could just get the screen of the calculator if that's the image you would like to put in for your homework assignment. And then you're going to click the check mark button. So now that picture, that's what that's going to look like inserted in the homework. You could even make it a little better. You can now, if you want to write with your finger, if you click touch writing, you can write anything with your finger. If you want to write with your stylus, you can pick the pen and you can write with your stylus. You can keep writing with your finger. You can write whatever you would like. And then you're going to save the file. So I'm going to hit save, and I'll save this as graph calculator, and I think this is going to my desktop. You might want to put this in Google Drive somewhere, whatever works for you. Now you can just go to Google Classroom, open up the assignment, insert the image, find it, select it in there, and you are done. Yay! The only other thing I'll add is that you can actually take a picture of homework assignments, put them in here, right over the top of them, and submit them that way also. Or you could take your homework assignments and write whatever is necessary and then just insert the image using this if you would like when you insert your homework. So you have options of how you're going to make your homework work for you. Okay. Great work. Have a great day.